Rachel cooked a beautiful spread for this morning's breakfast. We are still in Canada. Looks nummy.
We're never leaving.
We're never leaving. We've had a good experience so far, I would say. You go on a hike today? Is that what you want to do? We're now in Alberta and we're doing a hiking trail called Franey. Is this still considered
A park?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cape Brenton?
Yeah.
Had a lot of nice hikes yesterday. Another beautiful day.
We're excited. We're showered.
Yeah,
Our chores are done.
we cleaned up dishes. Chores are done, van's clean. Now we're outside. We ate, we had a nice breakfast. And now we're outside enjoying the beautiful day and beautiful weather. It's probably
11:30. Oh.
I was gonna say temp wise, but yeah, 11:30 and it's 70 degrees.
Yeah, 72.
The drive up here, it said no RVs. It was straight up. Like all the pots and pans I'm sure are gonna fall out when we open the cabinets. But now this looks like it's gonna be a hike up.
A little bit of elevation.
Nice little leg burner for the morning, huh? Start the morning off right.
It's the third quarter. We're down by 2 points. What are we gonna do?
Rachel and I go through what we're grateful for, one thing that we're grateful for each day, and I said I'm grateful for fresh air today.
And I said that I'm grateful for the ability to explore, even though I have structure that limits our exploring.
A little bit of a scramble, huh? Yeah, that one that Zeke and I did in Acadia that one day, it was like way worse than this. Straight up, just rocks. It was bouldering.
Zeke was pulling me too hard. His new thing is he goes around a tree the wrong way of how you go around a tree, and then he gets caught. So I'm the caboose.
Just mind games. I think we're at 2.5 miles right now. It's a 4.5 mile hike right around there. And it was a beautiful view. A little hazier today than it was yesterday. Now we're on the descent, and then I think we'll get in the van. Maybe if there's a couple more pull-offs in the park, we'll do that. If not, I believe we're gonna head to Halifax. Am I right?
You are.
Find ourselves a brewery to have ourselves a cold refreshment.
Maybe some seafood or pizza.
Seafood, wood-fired pizza, all of it.
Lobster pizza.
Ooh,
Is that a thing?
I'm sure it's a thing. Didn't they have that at the other brewery we went to?
I think so.
Where the comedy show was?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
He's loose. On the run.
I love that little back walk, like that little, just like, almost like a trot. ocean floor for $4.99.
You just missed the sunset. Classic. 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 Classic.
See what this is all about. I don't really understand it. Rachel and I tried figuring it out last night. I know it's pretty simple, but it doesn't make a lot of sense to us. So low tide is at 10:40, I think, or 10:50 a.m. And it says it's safe to go out here 3 hours before and 3 hours after. From my understanding, low tide would be the lowest tide. So wouldn't you want to go at 10:30, 10:40 exactly? And that would mean that high tide is 6 hours before, which would put you at like 4:50 in the morning. It's like 6:30 right now. So weird. The water is in. So now in an hour, it's going to be the best time to go walk on the ocean floor. 3 hours before low tide. I don't know. I don't get it. We were out here walking around last night on the ocean floor for sunset. Risk of drowning. Return to stairs 3 hours before high tide to avoid being trapped by water. I don't know. Sometimes we just stumble across stuff that just makes us go, what in the world? Like, we didn't really have any plans of coming here. And while we were in Nova Scotia, we researched things to do. So pretty crazy to think about. Rachel and I walked out to there along the shore and then back up, and we're up on that rock form. That was all rocks, and right now it's underwater from the tide moving in. That water was all the way up to there, and then on this rock form that I'm on, you can see it's like a shelf. Up to, the water was up to about there. If you go up to it, you can feel where the water was at a couple of hours ago. So I mean, if I'm standing on the floor, up to there is probably 7 or 8 feet. It's pretty crazy. And this stuff is so slick. It's crazy. So now we are walking. I mean, we were last night as well walking on the ocean floor, but it's crazy to think that just a couple of hours ago, this was all underwater. Like, I would have been underwater because all of that green was pretty much underwater. Yeah, so that's crazy. I mean, you can tell the water was literally all the way up into here. And you can actually, if you go up to the wall, you can usually tell where, this is super slippery, but where that green is dry up there, that's where the water stops. So it was probably about that high. Which, what would you say from the shelf floor there to about there is
20 feet.
20? Just out here looking for crabs, so we have some to eat for lunch. You can feel where it was dry, and then when the high tide came in, it was up to there. That's as tall as me. And this is all the way at the end, so 6 feet here. But all of that was underwater up to about there. And then all of this. Pretty wild. Pretty wild stuff.
This feeling I can't leave. I'm walking and I'm dreaming. Will you dare
little dreary. Not necessarily raining, but
Think of if we would have when we went to Cape
Yeah.
Brenton, if that was the weather the whole time we were there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
I would've
very
cried
possible.
myself to sleep. For
And
sure.
that
So
really
I mean,
would've sucked.
we're really lucky, but I'm
Left.
also I'm
Good
also
your way.
yes, I'm also glad we didn't drive the extra hour and a half to Halifax too, because
Oh, got a dog.
if we wanted to sightsee in Halifax, I mean,
I think most of that would have been in town though, like just doing like the
Sure.
boardwalk and like trinket shops and stuff.
sure.
Not so much. Cape Brenton would have sucked if it was like this.
Yeah. Wow. We probably are getting some solar because it's so bright.
I could look. We should be pretty good. We got a lot of sun. We were topped off last night.
Okay.
I heated up soup. That was about it. Oh, big coffee this morning. Oh, we are actually getting about 100 watts.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, we just looked at the place for the highest recorded tide in the world in the Guinness Book of World Records.
In the world.
The world. It was on Atlas Obscura. That's
Was
why I
it?
found it initially.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I forgot to tell you that. So yeah, it's in the Bay of Fundy. Shout out Gundy.
Gundy in the Bay of Fundy.
Yeah, so we have probably a 3.5 hour drive now, but at least it's taking away from what our drive will be tomorrow morning.
Yeah, we've been putting on some miles. I think I drove we drove 7 hours the first day when we came over here. Or was it more than that?
Yeah, probably.
And 4 or 5 each day. Yesterday was probably 4.5.
Yeah, 4.5.
It's beautiful here though. This is like a lot of farmland and just rolling hills. It's super foggy, so you really wouldn't see much, but it was a beautiful drive yesterday evening.
We were like heading into the sunset too, which was like a nice dynamic there.
Clear rocks or glass, and then there's LED strips here. This would be really cool at night. That low hanging clouds or fog, it's crazy. You see how it's moving in over there just thick. It's even crazier that that cruise ship's just right there. I mean, that's obviously like a port, but Gene Simmons.
I don't know if it has food or
Oh,
not.
you got a bug right there.
Oh, did it fly away?
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh,
if it
that
has.
was close. We don't need to eat food again.
What was close?
Oh, because we didn't have. Well, we don't want to get seafood at a brewery.
Right.
Should I put this in that window and be like, "Can I get a hoo-ha?" Well, yeah, they're little.
Mac and cheese popcorn. Burger popcorn.
Burger popcorn, huh?
Burger.
The sun's going down and the river has turned.
It is now low tide.
What do they call it? A reverse Reverse waterfall?
Reverse
Oh,
falls.
I'm like way up in here.
Reverse
falls.
So
Before it was going the other way.
Under the bridge,
I'll have a clip. Of the low and the high tide, right? And the two rivers fighting.
Yeah.
That's wild. Never seen anything like that. Because was that the rock over there that was barely visible? Oh, you can see right on the rock form where the water was at. Yeah, so it has came down that much with the low tide. High tide.
High tide. It is now low.
Yeah.
So over here too.
Yeah, where all that black is. Look at all around there. How long ago were we here? 2 hours ago? 3? 2?
It was like 4:15.
And it's what time now? 7:40 probably, 7:50. So earlier,
3.5 hours.
you'll see the video where the water is going that way, and it was high tide, and
No,
you can.
water's going this way. Now it's going this way.
The water earlier, as I just said, was going that way.
Oh, I didn't see your finger.
The water was going that way, now it's going this way, and high tide, you can see where the line was. And now, how much it's dropped down. Rachel had too many beers. And we're alive. So what was going on with the river earlier?
I'm not gonna speak.
Come on.
Before the river was going this way. Now the river is going this way. Within 3.5 hours.
That rock, can you point to the rock?
This
so-
rock?
Yeah, right there. That was underwater, just the tip was showing. And if you see on,
Along the edge,
if you see, yeah, along the
Here.
edge there.
where it's dark, that was covered with water. That the water was above it.
And what would you, probably from here, that's probably actually 10 feet. It looks like 6 feet from here, but I'd say that's probably every bit of,
Sure.
would you say?
A 10 feet difference, probably.
Crazy though. We've never seen
3.5
anything like
hours.
this.
It's a natural phenomenon.
Smoke.
I wonder how fast it's
I was telling Rachel we hit the honey hole. There's a Planet Fitness. Did you check that door? Planet Fitness and a Walmart. All in the same parking lot. That never happens. Has that ever happened before? Ever? We tried to go to Walmart yesterday and they were closed. Canada celebrates Labor Day. I mean, and granted, the Walmarts don't even close in the States on Labor Day.
I think only on Christmas.
Only on Christmas. Rachel's preparing us some breakfast bowls. We're gonna do granola. What else? Cranberry.
Yep.
Yogurt. What's that?
Apple.
Oh, an apple. An apple. People pay like $6-7 for these little bowls, and Rachel makes them on the fly. We're about, I don't know how many kilometers, but maybe 30 minutes, 35 minutes from the border. We got to get back today because Rachel works this afternoon and she cannot work internationally per corporate policy. So we're going to head back over the border and then decide if we're going to go to upstate, further north into Maine. There's a hike I want to do, or a mountain hike, Knife's Edge of, what was it called again? Catadine? I don't know, something like that, something with a K. And if not, maybe we'll just head kind of towards New Hampshire, Vermont, one of the two. But Canada was fun. Nova Scotia was cool. We're excited to come back here and hopefully have a little bit more time. it was still a very enjoyable trip. We saw a lot. It's our first time together and individually outside of the country, so that was unique. We stayed in a Walmart and Planet Fitness parking lot, so we went into Walmart and then went into Planet Fitness and showered right after, so that was pretty slick. In all of our travels, we've never stayed in a parking lot that had both a Planet Fitness and a Walmart in the same parking lot. So yeah, we're feeling good. We're fresh. We went to, did we do 4 breweries yesterday?
Yes.
4 breweries yesterday. So we went a little going out of business sale, if you will, and then kind of walked around town in St. John.
Not 4 right in a row.
4 within 25 minutes.
Lunch at 1, we drove 2 more hours, and we had 1 brewery with, or 1 beer at lunch, and then we were within 1 mile of 3 of them, so we did the 3 around dinner time.
Yeah, which was good. All right, I'm gonna eat. I didn't bring the mount up here, so I can't film, eat, and steer with my feet. That's what I'm currently doing.
Okay, goodbye.
All right, goodbye.